I am Ramesh Chandra Roy, English teacher of Kaliati Girls High School. I have come here today to take online class from this school. You know that for the cause of coronavirus, today's world about 36 lakh people died and about 18 crore people are being affected by the coronavirus. For this reason, all kinds of educational institutions are closed. That is why all students have been suffering for a long time, and also we are teachers, we are passing our time and days without work. So, and that is why it has been system to take online class, and I have come here to take online class. I hope that you should be attentive and you look on my class and find out and try to understand. Okay, I shall discuss on voice. 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 Voice are two kinds. Number one, active voice, and passive voice. Active voice means when the subject does anything by himself is active voice, and passive means the work is done by other and the subject does not the work by himself, and it is passive voice. But we shall have to change from active to passive. If you want to change from active voice to passive voice, then you must know subject and object, and you will have to change subject to object and object to subject. I am going to write down something, some points and some subject and object. Subject, object. I, object, me, we, subject, us, object, they, subject, them, object, he, subject, him, object, she, subject, her, object, you, subject, you, object, it, subject, it, object. But and be, but the subject is name, then the name will be not sense in the changing. Dear student, You must know, take vast knowledge from tense and sentence. Without knowledge of tense and sentence, you are not able to sense from active to passive voice. Of course, at first, you must know and read sentence and tense, and you will have to gain much knowledge from tense and sentence. Dear student, voice sense, if you want to sense voice, then you will have to complete assertive voice, interrogative voice, negative voice, and number 3, imperative voice. Dear student, but now I am going to discuss on assertive voice. Assertive voice. I have told you before that without the knowledge of tense you cannot complete the voice sense. But there are many rules of assertive sentence, but I shall try to give some rules to make understand you. Rule number 1, if the active voice is present in definite tense, then to sense into passive. Number 1, the object will be subject. Number 2, auxiliary verb is, am, and are. According to subject. Number 3, main verb past participle form. And dear student, of course you must know that if you want to sense from active to passive, then always, all time, every time the main verb will be past participle form, and it will have to know it. And number 4, preposition may be by, to, at, with, in, for, according to, meaning. And number 5, the subject will be object, such as an example, Rana draws a picture. Dear student, find out and see that Rana draws a picture. Here we can see that main verb draw is present form. That is why it is present indefinite tense. But now, if we want to change from active to passive, then at first you will have to take a picture as an object. Picture, you know that auxiliary verb is are, but here a picture is third person singular number. That is why here is will be used. Is main verb drawn. Drawn by subject Rana. But here subject Rana has been object, but it has not been changed because it is name, and we know that the name will not be changed. Okay, thank you. Dear student, if there is no verb in the active voice, then preposition will be to, not by. Such as I know the boy. Here subject is pronoun and object is noun, and the noun object will be subject, the boy. No present form, that is why it is present indefinite. Auxiliary verb is, because the boy is third person singular number, and no noon. Preposition to, not by, and I object will be me. Okay? And if there is, please verb in the active voice, then in the passive voice preposition will be at or with, not by or to. Okay? Dear student, if you can see there is a verb, please, please, please mean continuous. Then at the time of using preposition, you will have to use at or with, but not by or to. Okay? She pleases me. I am pleased with her. And his behavior pleases me. I am pleased at his behavior. But dear student, you can ask me that why here at and why with. With is used there when the subject do directly, and at then is used when the subject not, but the behavior will please somebody. Then you can use at. Okay? Roll on. To if active voice is present or past continuous tense, or if you can see auxiliary verb is, am, are, was, where is added with the sentence, then to sense into passive object will be subject is, am, are, was, where plus being. Being. Number 3, main verb, past. Participle form. Number 4, preposition by. Number 5, the subject will be object, such as Kamal is reading a novel.
Reading, 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 reading. Kamal is reading.
Kamal is read a
Reading.
novel. Okay? But now novel is object. A novel is being. Being reading. Reading. Read by Kamal. Kamal. Luna was drawing a picture. A picture was being drawn by Luna. Dear student, no more today, and thank you, and I hope and pray to God that you should be good and always careful your health so that you can be cured and you can take also at last the class and again if I come again then I shall the last part. Okay, thank you very much.